What's even up with all the hate for this game anyway? You know, low graphics? Yeah, my PC can't even run them. It looks twice as bad as someone with a decent PC running it would look. There's no dramatics, no extreme blood and slicing. What? What? Since half the time there's no effects on hit, everything that isn't 10 feet in front of me looks like it's from the PlayStation 2. If the models even load at all, Inferno's simply not working for me as all enemies are invisible for some reason. Okay, so yeah, he's talking about the performance for his game, so that's why he's not getting any blood or slicing or effects. Okay. I have to admit, this Space Marine, this brother of ours right here, is in a rough spot, man. He's playing Space Marine 2 on the PlayStation 2, apparently. If the models even load at all. Inferno simply does not work for me because all enemies are invisible. Holy cow. Okay, noted. Dude, I would love to see some recorded gameplay from this guy, but I'm not too sure if he's able to pull that off. But I will admit, yes, there's a lot of blood in this game. Unfortunately, this guy's not seeing any of it, so yeah, this guy's playing a different game, literally. I keep freezing. I crash after every second mission. Sometimes in loading, my frames will randomly drop to near unplayable levels. I have to play with friends or on private so I don't screw over any games. Oh, that's a shame. Dude, I'm starting to like feel bad for this guy. My frames will randomly drop to near unplayable levels. I have to play with friends or on private so I don't screw over any games. Dude, I hope this person seen my videos or something, because I just feel like we need to appreciate gamers like this because they're like a dying breed, you know what I mean? This guy's just interested in gaming. He does not care about graphics. He's actually keeping his bad connection to himself instead of jumping in other players' games and crashing them. Dude, and this guy does, like, dude, he's just unfortunately, he's fighting invisible enemies in Inferno, so yeah, this guy's playing a different game right now. Definitely appreciate gamers like this who are just hardcore gamers to the core. They don't even care about graphics or anything like that. This is kind of an interesting post. Not to mention my terrible internet, which often delays my parries or makes half my attacks just not go through, and the like. This guy's out here, he's not able to register any parries. He's fighting invisible enemies. He's playing a game that looks like it's on the PlayStation 2. He has no reinforcements. He can't play online because it'll crash. All right, let's continue. This poor post, man, is making me feel so terrible. Yet, despite all of that, I'm nearing 300 hours at this point. I'm literally melting my PC to death just to play more. Dude, holy cow, man. I swear, if you watch my videos, please comment below, man. This guy is a champion. This guy deserves his own champion skin, man. So tell me, please, how come everywhere I look has dozens of people saying this game is terrible when it was announced? Hate when we saw gameplay, hate when it was released, hate, but I've never actually heard the reason for it. They just all say it's bad. Okay. You know what, dude? I gotta give a shout out to this guy, man. This guy's out here playing on a toaster, and he's able to still purge the Xenos. Yeah, dude, I gotta admit, if this guy's out here not complaining, then what what right do we have to complain and hate the game? Okay, to the point of this guy's title, what's up with all the hate for this game? I feel like it's just, unfortunately, it's just kind of like the modern day environment of online discourse for games. There's definitely like a small amount of people who can take advantage of the hateful trends and practically just, you know, hate bait or whatever you call it. I'm not really too concerned with that because honestly, like, people taking advantage of trends online is something that I'm kind of like just used to. So, you know, I'm really just more interested in what I am currently interested in. So like if someone's overhating the game, you know, I kind of just like, you know, nitpick a couple points, see what they're talking about. If there's, you know, if there's a discussion to be had, well, we will have the discussion about it. Why not? But yeah, if it feels like it's just overly hated, or if like the points they're making is just, I just don't like the game, Like, points like that, there's not really anything to talk about. But if it's like, I hate the game because the cosmetics are bad, there's at least a little bit we can talk about there as far as the cosmetics. But as far as like the actual game, I do think it can be a tad bit overhated, I guess. Dude, honestly, this is kind of like an awkward spot to have this conversation because of the connection issues people were having the past couple days. I'm obviously going to point out that it's okay to criticize the game when the game needs some criticism or when things aren't working properly. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. But when the game is doing, like, you know, when the game's fine and, you know, there's no problems, there's no bugs, we're just enjoying it, there's definitely a handful of people who are just like, no content, I have 500 hours, this game sucks. Like that sort of hate, I think, definitely is a little bit unnecessary, I will say. It's like okay, like, dude, honestly, if your criticism doesn't make us stop and actually talk about the game, then it's not good criticism, you know what I mean? So you have to have a point for us to discuss for the most part. But nah, the game is in a pretty good spot right now. We just need to iron out some bugs and obviously some connection issues. But the connection issues for me have been getting a lot better. I have been joining games in progress now, so I've been leveling up faster. So I don't know. I've been having a good time with the game. I think as far as content goes, the game still has a lot of content. Well, here's the thing. It depends on what you enjoy from the game. Because for me, I do enjoy, you know, just doing the operations and leveling up a class. So the prestige perks have been great for me, or the prestige grind has been very fun for me. And then I do like fighting bosses. So the new Trigon Prime, very fun boss to fight. I genuinely want to go play that operation right now. So I've been having a lot of fun with the game. I think I'm over 300 hours if you include my console and my PC time, but I have been getting a lot of PC time. Yeah, I'm definitely getting close to 400 hours in this game, something like that. I'm literally melting my PC to death just to play more. Man, oh man. I have to admit, dude, you would probably be better off getting like a console. Get like a PS5 if you can. Because, yeah, the PS5 runs this game beautifully. At least the PS5 Pro. Which, you know, is definitely expensive. So, I don't know, man. Maybe if I hit the lottery, I can buy this guy a PC. That would be nice, but that is unlikely. For the most part, though, gamers like this, definitely a dying breed. This guy just loves gaming, and he loves playing this game. So, shout out to him. More power to him. But, yeah, sometimes this game can definitely be a bit overhated. I do think the criticism this game gets is warranted. But yeah, the moments where it's like everything's good and people are still trying to find things to complain about, that's where we get into overhated territory. It's not when people are complaining about connection issues. It's when people are complaining about the Space Wolf helmet. That's when the game gets a little overhated, you know? But okay, let's see the comments and let's see how people react to this post. It's the same with every AAA game that costs a lot of money to most people. They were promised the world and some just didn't love it. I mean, I do love it and I play it every day, but the PvP is bad. I say as someone that loves PvP and Halo, COD, etc. Oh, sheesh, that's a different conversation. I would honestly love to have a conversation with somebody who plays Halo and Call of Duty and doesn't like the PvP in this game, because I gotta admit, I'm somebody who plays Call of Duty and I am somebody who enjoys Space Marine 2 PvP, so I think this would be an interesting conversation to have. But yeah, for the most part, it's just PvP. It really doesn't need all the bells and whistles. Sometimes just pure PvP is good enough. I just think the game maybe needs a little bit more spice in the PvP, as just like a leaderboard, something like that, something very simple. And it's a bit weird that I can't go back and replay the campaign with friends or even at all without needing to start all over again. I mean, just play operations. What? Dude, honestly, a campaign hard mode, I've never done the campaign on hard mode yet. I wonder how it compares to operations. I assume operations are harder. But I appreciate that they're giving PvE serious support, and I hope the horde mode lives up to the billing. Hey, you know what? Honestly, fair point. There's not really that many PvE co-op games nowadays. Like, there is, but there's a lot of them that just don't receive any support. I mean, Darktide, when it came out, was like kind of standing alone in a sense when it came to like newly released co-op PvE games. And then Darktide also received a lot of support. So honestly, dude, I can't wait to see what the later stages of this game looks like. I know people are gonna meme and say it's the later stages right now or whatever, but like we still have a horde mode and we still have a second year of this game potentially, considering that we're getting a new class and then we still have 3 more operations to put in the game. I don't think we're getting 3 operations this year. I think we're gonna get horde mode next and maybe 1 more operation before the end of the year, something like that. And then there's 2 more operations that are already in the files. So I mean, we're at the very least in 2026 we are going to see maybe 1 operation or something, maybe 2, hopefully 2. Maybe we get the new class soon, you know. So there's a lot to be excited for the future of this game, 100%. And then eventually we will see Space Marine 3. The game is amazing. I'm on Prestige 3 with Sniper. I don't feel comfortable going higher than Ruthless until I'm maxed. I had 2 rounds end today frozen on the ending cinematic cutscene and crash. Those are the only games I got in today. Maybe room for 2 more, but that's 50% of potential progress gone. I love the game, but it feels like a punch in the gut whenever this happens. Yeah, so crashing. I have heard a fair amount of people talk about crashing recently. I would definitely like to see what platform you are on, like 100%. Because for me, I will admit, for me, I have a desktop that has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and then I have a laptop that has 32 gigabytes of RAM. The laptop is significantly better than my desktop when it comes to like actually running games, and I haven't crashed yet on Space Marine or Frozen. I have seen some of the connection issues and, you know, stuff that everyone has basically ran into. Regardless, my point is, are you playing on Xbox? I've heard a fair amount of Xbox players talk about crashes. On console, I don't think I've crashed. I have crashed on my desktop. I have crashed with my 16 gigabyte desktop. Well, not since the patch, but I haven't really been playing that much on this device since the new patch. So I'm not too sure. That might be a factor. Maybe if I played on the desktop more, it would overheat and crash, because that, I will admit, yeah, that definitely happens. the overheating. My laptop can get pretty hot. I think the hottest it got was around like 80 to 90, something like that. Maybe around 70. It's maybe closer to 70, but I don't have the stats when I'm running it. I'm basically just going off of feel. And I also, for the desktop, I legit have a fan outside of the desktop just to cool it off. So the game can definitely run hot. I definitely know that. I know the game can run hot. So I'm curious to see if these crashes are on console or on Xbox or whatever. Just let me know. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any crashes. Let me know what you're playing on. I let you guys know what I'm playing on. Yeah, the game can definitely run a bit hot for sure. So the issue is the game style is literally just a more advanced version of Space Marine 1, which combines God of War with Gears of War. Hey, God of Gears. You get a campaign mode, a PvE mode, and a PvP mode, and that's it. Use Space Marine 1, us Space Marine 1 old-timers just played it because we love 40k, and we are grateful to get a decent 40k game. 40k games have come a long way in recent years, but they've never been groundbreaking titles. It's just, we are so starved of visual media in 40k that we take what we can get. After all, there are decades of books and lore to catch up with, so whenever a 40k game drops, we're all over it. This time, things are a bit different. Space Marine 2 got a lot of hype on 2 fronts. Word of mouth, content creators, YouTubers promoting it, and 2, the huge amount of hype that the 40k secret level episode granted. Yeah, it was probably like the only good secret level episode, wasn't it? Dude, honestly, I could watch an entire series. They should really just not do live action and just do whatever secret level did when it comes to a 40k series. Like, it's like, how are you going to be able to cast space Marines? You know what I mean? Like, I know there are actors or whatever, and they could just like act like Space Marines, but there's something about 40k's universe that I need something like I don't know, painfully authentic. So unless these actors are willing to go through the whole Space Marine transformation, I think we're just better off with what Secret Level did, you know, as far as like the CGI or whatever. Like, animation would definitely work better for 40k because we can just get bigger fights, and it would be potentially cheaper, which gives us better content and more content. So I don't know. I really don't need to see Henry Cavill in a 40k live action, but that is potentially heresy though, so don't listen to me. With great hype comes great floods, and players from Call of Duty, Helldivers, etc. had arrived. I mean, some players from Call of Duty are definitely just jumping on any game because Call of Duty is kind of in a wild spot. Helldivers, though, I assume Helldiver players are just playing Helldivers. I do see a fair amount of crossover between Helldivers and Space Marines, though. Hey, maybe I should try Helldivers one day. Some have stayed, some have left, but I feel like a huge amount of the complaining is from this group. Some have stayed, some have left, but I feel like a huge amount of complaining is from this group. Are you talking about, like, this specific Reddit? Are you talking about Redditors? Redditors complain? What? Generally don't give a crap about 40K, are new to it, and judge the game based off their experience being steadily fed content from larger titles. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is the group he is basically okay, so yeah, this group is basically the group that he is going to credit for all the complaining, I guess. So new players knew about 40K, judge the game based off their experience being steadily fed content from larger titles. Oh, okay, I see. Now, oh, I see. So yeah, modern day gamers are the ones complaining about this game the most. Okay, I think I see what he's saying. He's saying people who are coming over from, like, yeah, steadily fed content from larger games that are steadily fed content coming to this game. Here's the thing, though. Deep Rock Galactic is a really good game that also gets pretty good content, and they have a free battle pass. So I don't know. I see some people compare that game and the way they do their online to Space Marine 2, but I don't know. Deep Rock Galactic is a great game. It's just not for me. So I know they do a lot of great stuff for it, and I know it is fun. I have like 10 to 20 hours on Deep Rock, but what stops me from committing to it is I don't know, just, you know, basically just the vibe. Like, honestly, just the way the visuals are. Like, I have fun playing it, but when things are too cartoony for video games, it's kind of hard for me to just get locked in for a couple hours, you know? Like, it's very fun for, like, you know, just burst gaming. Just sometimes when I play a game really hard for like 30 minutes or something. Yeah, Deep Rock is perfect for that. But for Space Marine 2, I can sit there for a few hours and do operations and just honestly just sit there and just bask in the universe, essentially. But yeah, this is my first 40K experience, though. So that kind of makes sense on why I'm a little bit more, why this is a bit more appealing to me, because I just feel like it's right down my alley. It's like seriously, it's like Space Knights. Like, come on. Like, that's amazing. Like, I would do that all day, dude. Oh my god, it's so sick. Space Knights with, like, space mages and like space demons. Yeah. Yes, all of that. Granted, there are a small handful of silly things that the devs do that the customers justifiably complain about. Heretic customization is a joke. Locking cosmetics to certain roles when the mods let you literally create Dream Astartes. Oh, I guess. I don't know. They're doing better with the cosmetics recently. Like, there's a really cool Space Wolves chest piece that everyone can wear. So I don't know what they mean by locking cosmetics in certain roles. But yeah, maybe there's like 1 or 2 cosmetics that are like that. But I jump on Reddit, and every day feels like I'm watching heroin addicts get mad at the dealer for taking too long to cook the next batch. The game is a strong 8 out of 10, 4 out of 5, whatever, but because it's 40K, it's auto 10 out of 10 for me. Hey, okay. I mean, that's fair. I think, honestly, 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10 is a good rating for when the game is good, you know? But when we have connection issues, yeah, I'm not surprised that people would give it a 6 out of 10 or something like that. But hey, you know what? When the game is good and, you know, we don't have any connection issues or anything like that, yeah, I think an 8 out of 10 is a very solid rating for this game, and I agree with it 100%. Because it's 40K, auto 10 out of 10. I will admit, this game definitely has me more interested in 40K games. So when we see a new game like Space Marine 2 or anything come out, I'll definitely try it out. We will see how it goes. But yeah, I'm very committed to this game. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I'm very connected, I feel like, to some of these characters. I feel like whenever I am, you know, being soft or whatever during my day-to-day whatever, my day-to-day chores or whatever. Maybe if the day's being a little bit too hard on me for whatever reason. I just really think of Titus, you know, like, I just really think of Titus. I know this is silly, but, like, you know, yeah, exactly. In, like, the secret level episode where the demon goes into Titus's mind and he's like you know, he's small and, like, he's kind of like a child and he's like, carrying around the sword and he's like weak, but then he gets really strong. Like that sort of vibe is what I need sometimes, you know, just to get through the day. Sometimes getting through the day, I feel very weak, and I just need Titus to just grab a hold of a Xenos in my mind and just like slam it, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, just slam your Xenos problems into the ground and keep moving. It's so silly, but like honestly, just seeing some of these guys, seeing some of these Space Marines just like look into like thousands of enemies and then give the vibe off like, hey, you guys are trapped with me. That sort of energy, I feel like, goes a long way when it just, you know, when you just need to get one extra chore done just so you can clean up your house or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying that, you know, the aggressiveness to just tackle your problems, that sort of energy goes a long way with me, and that's ultimately why I can't stop playing this game, I feel like, because I just have to purge Xenos, man. But okay, yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this game. Is this game overhated? Was this game, did the hype basically backstab this game? Was the game overhyped, overhated, whatever? Regardless, let me know your takes in the comments, and thanks for watching.